The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. Let's give it that proof of life check-in right now. 312-591-8300. Check in with us. And man, did we make an announcement at 10 o'clock yesterday here on Q101. And if you didn't get that announcement, just give us 60 seconds. Because first, we'll tell you what it was and why you need to be listening today all day. But happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Brian.
Just want to get that out there. Happy Valentine's Day.
What are you planning on doing today?
So I Ubered it in today, and despite our story yesterday about saying that Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash are striking today, there was an Uber available at 3:30 in the morning.
You decided to go against the labor and you want to side with the giant corporation?
Absolutely, 100%. Anything to get me to work. No, listen, as a union person, I stand with my brothers out there who drive me, and I gave a very nice tip today because I knew they were striking, but he was driving, the guy was, so he's I don't know what his stance was on the whole thing.
His stance was he's trying to make a buck.
That's right. That's right. I gave him a couple bucks for the tip there. So, where was I going with this?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. I believe in love. I used to not. My wife Megan taught me what love was. Yes, the Foreigner song, I Want to Know What Love Is. Case, I can't sing it with Case because he doesn't know the song.
No, not really. Not a big Foreigner guy.
Oh, you're missing out. Hopefully they get in the Hall of Fame and they perform that.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So, listen, people love to hate on Valentine's Day. It's stupid. Listen, it's a celebration of love. Go with it if you have somebody special in your life and experience love today in some form. Mine will be with food somehow for a lunch date with my wife before the baby. We get, toddler now because Harper had a doctor's appointment yesterday. She's 3 feet tall.
That's huge.
She's 3 feet tall. She's in the 100th percentile in the world for her height.
Get her some basketball shoes.
Oh, she's getting a scholarship. So she, we'll get her daycare at 5, so me and the wife have till 5 to do what we want to do, if you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Which probably means eat something and pass out.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see. But that's Valentine's Day situation. What are you doing? Anything special this afternoon or with the lady?
Dinner tonight. I made reservations a month ago. I'm very on top of this. I like Valentine's Day because it's a very easy day to win.
Yep.
You just have to do something.
That's
and
right.
Normally that is good enough. So dinner tonight, and then I have a surprise for her that she doesn't know about. We're gonna make a stop somewhere on the way home. So I'm excited about that.
Now, can you share it now, or it'll be out there in the podcast world of our Brian and Kenzie podcast, and you can't do it?
I'll just tell her not to listen. So we're going to dinner tonight.
Yep.
And then there's that place Margie's, the candy store.
Oh yeah.
So that's in The Bear, the Hulu show The Bear.
Right.
We watched The Bear, and she said, "Oh, I've always wanted to go there. My grandma's name was Margie. That place looks so cute. It'd be so nice to go there."
Yeah.
She said that about 3 weeks ago, and it's on our way home from dinner. So I'm just gonna make a quick pit stop, and we'll go there and hopefully have a nice night.
Very nice.
Yes, I like it because one, I like not being alone. It's awesome. I've been alone for most of my life. It's great to not be alone.
Let's pull back here. We're not starting off at 6:08 with a therapy session. Jeez.
So all I'm saying is I like not being alone, and I like showing love for the people that love me. So
Hey, get off the ledge.
Excited. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Holy crap. Sounds like you're fine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm super happy.
Glad I made friends with that guy. All right, so yeah, have a good Valentine's Day. And Case made a good point there. It's a layup. When you're trying to find something to do to be good to your partner, this one's just set up for you. You just got to do something.
Yeah.
Don't stress about it. I took Megan, I think our first Valentine's Day, we went to play ping pong. At that place, Spin, it's a bar where you can play ping pong. And I said, I'm going to kick your ass at ping pong. And I did. I didn't pull back.
Oh, you really beat her up?
Oh, hell yeah. I was like, this is it. And it's just do something if you can. It doesn't be expensive. It's just more about doing something. So there you go. Listening to this radio show together. That's doing something.
That's beautiful. That's romantic.
Be a great morning. Because like I said, 8 o'clock, Pearl Jam tickets. You'll be the first people into Wrigley Field. We made that announcement yesterday at 10 o'clock by playing the new Pearl Jam at 9. We world premiered it for you, Dark Matter. Great song, by the way.
Great song.
It is a great song. And then also, 10 o'clock, we announced the Wrigley Field shows. First time in almost 6 years. They're coming back to Wrigley. They had United Center last year. That was an incredible show. So Wrigley Field You'll be the first person in for free. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m., but start doing your Ticketmaster fan registration right now. It started yesterday at 10 a.m., and then get the tickets for Labor Day weekend.
Yep, not Memorial Day, but Labor Day.
The Thursday and then the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. I'm going the Saturday because that's Megan's birthday is September 1st.
Oh.
So perfect, easy birthday layup I got if I can just get tickets.
All right, well, good luck. Maybe call it at 8 o'clock.
Maybe I'm not giving these away at 8. I don't know. No, we're giving away at 8. We also have GTFO at 7 and 9 for Killers in Vegas, that trip, and LCD Sound System in Clash with Kenzie coming up at 7:10. So a lot for you today. Happy Valentine's Day.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and now time for a fact that makes your brain go. Yesterday's really threw everybody for a loop that Ziploc announced you're supposed to be reusing those bags. They are reusable. They are washable. You should be reusing them, not only just to save the planet, but because it saves you money. So that went on, took a life of its own on for a long time
Changed my life.
in the show. I still threw away a Ziploc bag last night.
Oh, my God, I lit one on fire. I'm not gonna wash those.
Well, that's toxic. Don't do that. Plastic burning is not good. So today's question, I guarantee will have the same effectiveness. And we'll tell you at 6:30 the final answer, but here it is. The most common health question asked to the internet by people in Illinois. Now, we all go there. We all go to like WebMD or you just Google something when something's wrong with your body or you have a question about something in health. I'd like to know what yours have been, but I'll tell you what the most people Google in Illinois about your health. And then we'll also do Indiana, Wisconsin. I have a bunch of states to go through. You will not believe what Illinois is.
I'm looking forward to it.
So you can take guesses right now at 312-591-8300 on the text line because, you might think, okay, Illinois, let's think here. We live in a very cold climate. Maybe it's something related to freezing or a lot of sickness here because of that too. Like the daycare diseases I have with Harper that I end up getting this. What the hell's this now? I've been more sick in the last year of my life than I've ever been in my entire life combined.
It's true.
And I think I've Googled some things more than I, would have done before having a child. So what do you think it is? 312-591-8300, but we'll give you the answer here in 5 minutes of the most common health question asked to the internet by people in Illinois.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
So we're about a half hour away from 7 a.m., and that is your first chance today to get to the Killers in Vegas, a free trip to Vegas, and you'll qualify with a $100 Visa gift card. And then followed up in the next hour at 8 o'clock, Pearl Jam tickets at Wrigley Field. A lot today with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Kenzie on maternity leave. I got Case, the producer, here, and Kara Caribou stops in to fill the rest of the show in moments. But this fact that makes your brain go boom, and the question was, the most common health question asked to the internet by people in Illinois. A lot of people guessed, like Mark from Hillside, why does it burn when I pee?
Fair question. I've asked that before.
Yeah, I have too. Let's be honest here. We're in a tree of trust, right?
Yeah, a trust tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it burns when you pee.
Yeah, it was nothing. It turned out for me. How about you? Was it STD?
It was a problem. And brother, it's all good now. It is a flip on the radar.
I love that someone guessed, how about rabies from a bat bite? Can you get that? That was George and Aurora. No, that wasn't it. There's a lot on here. What do you think? Did you have a guess?
Yeah.
Because Case doesn't know what it is.
No, I was going to guess the last thing that I Googled because I think it's probably going to be something that takes over the nation soon enough. I Googled infected warts. I wanted to know if that was a thing and if I had it, and I bet the rest of the state is in my boat as well.
Why do you think that's going to take over the world?
Because people be getting warts.
More than usual?
I think so. Everybody in my life right now has warts.
Wow. Are they witches?
Maybe.
I had a wart when I was 11.
Yeah.
And I still have a scar on my thumb. I went in the doctor, and he just said, oh, yeah, we'll take care of that. And I go, as a little kid, I'm like, fine. He took a scalpel and started cutting. What? No anesthesia. He just went, bam, bam. See that scar? I still have it. Then he burned it with nitrogen after that.
Okay, yeah.
But he cut it with a scalpel. I was a kid.
That's brutal. Because I had so many warts as a kid. I had two warts on one toe once.
Gross.
The second toe, the one next to the big toe. There's not a lot of real estate there. I had two warts on the side of that toe, but I would get them all frozen off. And oh man, it's so intense.
And they are allegedly contagious if you touch it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody I know's got one. That's
Damn.
what I'm saying.
Are you touching everybody?
Yeah, you don't mean the wart touch.
Oh, God, gross. Well, that's not it.
It's a bummer.
The number one question asked to the internet, a health question by people in Illinois is, can you live without a spleen?
Why do people want to know that?
I have no idea why that's number one, but it is. According to Google Analytics and Google Trends, can I live without a spleen? Now, the answer is wonderful. You can.
Okay, follow-up question.
Yeah.
What does the spleen do?
Okay. The spleen, I got to scroll up now because I had this here. The spleen fights off infection, so it helps your immune system. The spleen is an organ that sits right under your rib cage and helps fight infection. It filters unneeded material such as old or damaged blood cells from your blood. And then people have to take it out because it gets ruptured or usually from an injury. That's why you have to get your spleen out.
But it seems like it's kind of a vital part of your protection system. You're saying you can live without this?
It seems really rough and you could get infections, easily without it. And maybe, I don't know, are people getting punched in the stomach here more than Illinois than other places? Like, why don't we have Carl the paramedic running around? Are you rushing to a lot of scenes where spleens are injured?
Yeah. What's the per capita of the injured spleen?
Yeah, in Illinois, I have no idea, but that's the number one question asked by the internet. Now, how do you live without a spleen? Because Case asked. Other organs in your body take over most of the functions of the spleen when it goes away. Like, they all see it go out. And they go, oh, crap, Fred's gone now. Well, listen, everybody's got to stop being lazy. Step up here and fight this infection off. I'm looking in your direction, liver. Like, that's how it goes. So it is harder to recover from an illness or an injury when you don't have a spleen.
I would think so.
But it doesn't mean you're going to die young or you're going to die from all that kind of stuff. It just definitely helps you having a spleen.
Can I ask you what does Indiana Google the most? Because I'm from Indiana. Maybe they have wart problems and Illinois doesn't.
Okay. The number one health question that Indiana Googles and asks the internet is, why am I always hungry? As Kara Caribou joins the show. This gets here. And then the second one is a close second for Indiana, how to relieve gas pain.
That's Indiana.
That sounds just on brand.
Us.
Yeah.
They nap a lot, too, we learned yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you go to the region, so I go to Nashville to visit my mom, and I drive, the turnpike at a 65 and start heading south. When you get to that Valpo area, you have every food option that's ever been offered in the history of the planet.
Including, I believe, one of the last Ponderosa steakhouses.
Unbelievable. Valpo is a haven for foodies. And it's all on one
Wait a minute.
street.
Foodies go to Ponderosa?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Sorry, Miss Elitist over here. You go into your fancy steakhouse, it's like Outback. But Ponderosa, it's unbelievable, that little stretch there on that road where every restaurant is right there for you.
It's a Ponderosa. There's a Capriati's over there.
Oh.
There's a Popeyes. I've hit the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Me and Megan stop at the Chick-fil-A because Harper likes Chick-fil-A. So my 15-month-old daughter loves Chick-fil-A.
Woman of taste.
Yeah. We stopped there. We're like an hour into the trip to Nashville, and we stopped there for Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Northwest Indiana is also getting something called a Wawa, if you're not familiar.
Yeah.
It's a gas station from the East Coast that serves food that's like these hoagies and subs that are unbelievable. And they're getting the first one from Pennsylvania west. There's not one out there that far.
In
Only you
Northwest
would know
Indiana.
that.
I do know it. I've already marked the territory, and I can't wait to visit. So that's what Indiana asks the internet most in a health-related situation.
Is that health-related, though? Why am I always hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a disease.
You might have a problem if you're always hungry. But you got a tapeworm.
Oh, that'd be unfortunate.
It's always weird to hear about a tapeworm if somebody has one of those. You ever known anybody had a tapeworm?
I don't think so. Ew.
No.
So it's down there eating while you're eating. It's eating all your
Ew.
stuff.
They put a lot of concern into tapeworms in like the public high school sex ed class that I went to.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of like, hey guys, if anybody offers you a tapeworm, say no. I know you want to be skinny, but it's not worth it.
Are people using it to lose weight?
I thought so.
tapeworm?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How did I not hear that?
I thought it was more if you ate something that wasn't cooked properly and,
Yeah.
and it grew in you. Then after that,
Exactly.
There's both of those. You can eat bad food or you can have a bikini body. It's up to you.
well, I'd rather have a bikini body,
I
but I
knew you
also
would.
I don't want someone in there eating all my food.
Oh, well, it's been food before they eat it, though, when you think about it, if they're eating it after.
Ew, they're
I know,
eating chewed food.
Kind of a baby bird situation.
Gross.
Ew.
So we've covered this, and Kara just walked in. So Illinois asks the most, can I live without a spleen, as far as asking the internet a health question?
I still don't know what a spleen does.
Yeah, we just explained
Yeah,
that.
I was walking in.
Yeah, you go back to the podcast, Kara, and listen to it later.
Thank you.
I know you drive in from Oak Park, you know.
It's such a long way.
Long commute in. So Indiana asks, why are you always hungry? You want to know what Wisconsin always asks?
Please.
The number one question asked, a health question that Wisconsin asks the internet is, why is my eye twitching?
There's that many people with that issue in
I
Wisconsin?
guess. Wisconsin, check in. What's going on up there? Why are your eyes twitching?
What's wrong with you?
It's gross. I mean, I could see it being a problem for 5 people. Like right now, your eyes twitching. 5 of you guys out there. We have a couple 100,000 people listening at any given moment, so a million a week.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Yeah, a couple people have eyes twitching right now, probably. It sucks.
Wow.
And they're hungry.
Yeah.
How can I get a tape for them? So there you go. Those are facts to make your brain go. Now, you can join in on this. What's the last thing you asked the internet in a health-related question and see how it matches up? I want to know what our crew members are. Are you on point with this? As Illinois asks, can you live without a spleen? Indiana asks, why am I so hungry? And in Wisconsin, why is my eye twitching? Check in here.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 15 minutes away from 7 a.m., where we have your chance at the Killers in Las Vegas. A trip for 2, GTFO, 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. We're going to do it today. And you qualify with a $100 Visa gift card. Just got to be here. We give you a word, you text it, it's super easy. So we gave out the fact that makes your brain go. Questions asked to the internet, health-related, by Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin the most. Illinois is, can you live without a spleen? I don't know what's going on in Illinois. Are people getting punched in their spleen a lot and they have to get removed? Waiting to hear more from health officials on why it's an epidemic and why they ask that. Indiana, why am I always hungry? And Wisconsin, why is my eye always twitching? Well, a lot of people checked in because Case mentioned the Ponderosa and Valpo. That's one of the reasons why to stop, as Valparaiso has just this avalanche of food options.
Murderer's Row.
It's the definition of murderer's row.
It's an all-star team.
Kara, when's the last time you were in Valpo?
Probably a couple years ago. Yeah, I was.
Let me make a suggestion for you, Kara. This weekend, you're in Valpo.
Okay, all right.
That's where you're going.
That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I mean, I do miss Ponderosa, honestly. I used to go there all the time with my parents.
Don't backpedal. Don't
I
backpedal.
didn't say it was bad.
You-
I just didn't think foodies went there, that's all.
They do, but we've got news from the internet here on the text line. It shows why we haven't. Kara hasn't been to Valpo in a few years. Doesn't know this. Apparently, that Ponderosa in Valpo is closed.
Awful. It's really awful news.
And you're the result because you go to Indianapolis all the time to visit your mom and dad, and you stopped by and you said that Ponderosa is great, but you must not have been there for a few years.
Look, it's my fault.
If you didn't know it wasn't gone, then it's your fault. The Ponderosa not being there is Case's fault.
There's still, so if you go to ponderosasteakhouse.com, you have
A great website.
I buy all my merch from there. You can look at where the Ponderosas are still in the country, and there's one in Vincennes, Indiana.
Okay.
My brother went to Vincennes University. He moved into college. We were like, how is it? He's like, awesome. I got a Ponderosa across the street from my dorm. That one's still active, but the Valpo one, I'd like to apologize to our crew members.
You should go ahead. You got a platform. Go.
I see you, I hear you, I'm listening, and I apologize for not dining at Ponderosa in Valparaiso, Indiana more often. I let you down, and I'm aware of that.
You buy that apology, Kara?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like one of your kids apologizing, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I was wrong that you found that out, that you caught me. That's what it usually means.
It's terrible. I remember I went to Bowling Green State University, and there was a Ponderosa there. And I can't remember what the rules were at the end of that Ponderosa, but they had a buffet on Sunday nights. It was $3.95.
Oh.
I'm talking a steak, salad, everything buffet. They had shrimp.
Yeah.
lobster tail
Yeah.
for $3.95.
Yeah, when you're in college, man, you're there all day.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We'd pull in there with our backpacks, and we'd eat till we could almost, throw up because you're so you want to eat so you don't have to eat till like Tuesday again.
Yep.
And then stuffing steaks in your college backpack to get the hell out of there. And
Did you use reusable Ziploc bags when you did that?
Very good callback. And we would, the line would be down the street. It was a place to meet. Speaking of Valentine's Day, it was a great place to meet people and girls.
At the
from other
Ponderosa?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, the Ponderosa Trixies.
No wonder
Yes.
I'm single. I haven't been to a Ponderosa in way too long.
You know what? Explains a lot, Karen. Explains a lot. Single on Valentine's Day
Yeah.
because you're too elitist to have to go to the Outback Steakhouse. Well, anyway, we're pouring one out there for that Ponderosa, and it's Case's fault. Just remember that when you think about it. But again, there's plenty more options over there in Valparaiso to eat. So we're about 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away from 7 a.m. as we have GTFO. That would be going to Vegas to see the Killers. A reminder again, at the end of the show yesterday, we announced Pearl Jam coming back to Wrigley Field. Holy crap. 2 shows coming up Labor Day weekend, the Thursday and then the Saturday. So we'll have the first tickets for free coming up at 8 o'clock, at 8 a.m. Make sure you're here, first person in, and make sure you go to Ticketmaster to get your fan registration. Get that going on because the tickets go on sale on Friday. Here's Gil Curtis with your headlines. Gil, where are you? I don't know if Gil... Okay, here he is. Gil's out there like, he's still on dating apps trying to get a date tonight.
I don't blame him.
Well, maybe me and Gil could go out.
Oh, good luck.
This is not headline news. Today is Valentine's Day. The most popular gifts for women are flowers, chocolates, and jewelry. The most popular gifts for men are sex, sex, and sex. Motley Crue will play the Minnesota State Fair this summer, if they can pull Vince Neil away from the funnel cake stand. The fossils of a 65-million-year-old shark were found in Alabama, and like many in Alabama, it had no teeth. Taylor Swift's concert film is coming to Disney Plus, so if you haven't seen it, what does she have to do to get money out of your hand? And Beyoncé has recorded a country album. It's a follow-up to Lemonade. It'll be called Moonshine. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.